Hello students, welcome back to the Python series. In this video, let's see the memory management in Python. Also the keywords, character set and tokens. Let's start with the memory management. Before getting into it, we need to know about a function, that is ID function. This ID function returns the identity of an object. That means where that object is stored. Every value is stored as an object. So it gives the identity. That identity means it's a unique value which shows the memory address. So that is returned by this ID function. And in Python, all variable names are referred to be references to a value. Instead of storing values to the space allotted for each variable, just like in C++, here this is not happening. Instead of that, a value is stored and its reference is stored to each variable name. That is happening in the case of Python. The benefit is with minimum memory, we can run the program. For suppose inside our program, if there is a value 50, 10 times, this 50 is stored only once and 10 references is created using different variables. That is happening in Python. So optimized memory is used in the case of Python. Then it also keeps an internal counter. It keeps an internal counter which shows how many references to a particular value or object is here. When that counter becomes 0, that means no objects referring to that particular value, no variable referring that. Then a garbage collector is there. Such a program is there which removes the unwanted objects from the memory, so that memory space is free, that can be used for other values. So minimum memory is utilized in the case of Python. Let's see that using an example. Here we are storing 50 to a variable I. Let's see the C++ case first. Okay, in the case of C++, if we are executing such a statement, what will happen is it allocates, if I is an integer, it allocates 2-byte memory, and into that memory 50 is stored. Then again next statement, j equals 50, so it allocates another 2-byte memory for j and 50 is stored. Okay, this is how happens in the case of C++. But in the case of Python, this is the case of C++. Let's see the case of Python. Then when I equals 50, actually we are creating an object which stores the value 50. This object is there. How much space is needed, that much is allocated, and we create an object or which having the value 50 there. Then Python use a reference table, where in that reference table it is noted that I is referring that 50. Then j equals 50, when there means it is keeping another reference table and it is referring that I is pointing to this 50. Then j equals 50. Then at that time, in the reference table it keeps another j and it points that to 50. So 50 is only once used. 50, there is only one location for storing 50. Many times, many references can point to that value. So minimum memory is utilized in this case. Then using the ID function, we can take the identity of an object. Okay, so let's see the identity of this I now. So this is this value 19374372. Let's take the identity of j also. When we look at these two values, both these values are same because this I and j pointing to 50. That means the same memory location. So both are giving the same value. Both these values are equal. Now I am changing the value of I to 52. I plus equals, it's a shorthand operator. Plus equals means we are increasing the value of I to by 2. So the value now becomes 52. So another location is used to store this object having the value 52. Now I is not referred to 50. Instead of this I is referring to 52. That is happening. Then when we take again when we take the ID of I, it will show you another number. It is entirely different from this number. It was the last number 372, but this is 348. That means the memory location address is changed. Let's see that in the real interactive mode. So I am using creating a variable a with 80. Then again I am creating another variable b with also 80. Let's see the ID of this a and ID of a, then ID of b. Let's see the value. Then evaluate yourself. See, both the numbers are same. I am increasing the value of a to something else. Okay, a plus equals, okay, I am increasing by 10. Okay, now it becomes 90. Now let's print a value of I, it becomes 90. Sorry, not I, it is print the value of a, sorry, the variable name is a. So that is changed to 90. Now let's take the ID of this a. You can see the change. See, this location, this number is different from this number. That means it is now pointing to somewhere else. So this is how the Python memory is managed. Now let's see the keywords in Python. Keywords means they are special words which having some special meaning. For example, while or if or elif, global, break, or import, print, all these words have some special meaning, specific meaning. So these variables can't be used as a variable name. These words have special meaning that can be used for only those purpose. Now let's see the Python character set. What are the characters allowed to use inside a program? Allowable character sets, you can use letters A to Z, digits, these special symbols can be used, white space, that means blank space, like that, new line character, like that, okay, and all other Unicode characters can be used in the Python character set. Then let's see what is the token. Token, related to programming language, there is a term called a token. It is the smallest individual unit, smallest unit of a program, that is token. So Python token, you can classify it as it may be a keyword, identifier, literal, operator, or punctuations. Keywords having special meaning, identifier means variables, literal means constants, operators means plus minus, like that, punctuation some special symbols used in a program. So that's all in this video. Study well. Thank you.